Want to have your car on fan rides? This is what you do. Send me pictures of the interior, pictures of the engine, and pictures of the exterior. A bunch of different pictures. You don't have to send just 1 or 2 of each. You can send me 5, 10, or whatever of the interior, exterior, and engine pics, and I'll just pick out the ones that I'm going to use. And also a 1-minute clip of it running so we can hear that beautiful choppiness that it has, and the exhaust, because everybody loves to hear some good exhaust and some doggone cars chopping it up. So if you would do that, and you could be on fan rides, and you send it to this email address right here, and we'll get your car on fan rides. And plus, along with that, it might not come out like the next day or 2 or whatever. It might be a week or 2 before your car gets out, because there might be cars ahead of yours. So just be patient with me, and we'll get your car on fan rides.
Hey, yo, you ready? Let's do it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Fox Chamber, another edition of Fan Rides. And yes, y'all, this is gonna be Fan Rides Live. And if you saw my Instagram post, yes, this the one with Mr. Clean in it. I told you it was coming. It was a little while, but it's coming. I'm telling you, this is gonna be a nice Fan Rides video, y'all. He's gonna go in depth with me on everything that he's done with this bad boy, and possibly reveal the pricing that he's paid on this thing. I'm gonna leave it up to him to let y'all know exactly what he paid for this thing, how much he's got into this bad boy, and everything. So let's get ready and check this bad boy out.
What's up, guys? This is Jason. This is my 1993 Vibrant White Fox Body. So, started out picking this car up in Camp Hill, Alabama. It had been there since 1996. It's an original California car, so no rust anywhere besides the typical under the battery tray location on the frame rail. Once I pulled the motor out in the tranny, I went ahead and dealt with any and all rust that I could find on the car. Straight body, straight chassis, no accidents. I believe one of 906 Vibrant Whites were made in 93. This is a 1-year opal gray color. Got the Marty report recently, and it shows that this color combination with the interior is 536, I think, made. So,
oh, wow. Not
super rare, but you know, a little bit more on the less common side.
Oh yeah.
Took the whole car apart. Like I mentioned, it was a 347 with a Vortec V1S trim blower on it. A little bit of old school, was intercooler, little brick, and it had the ice box, and they're notorious for leaking, so I believe that's where some of that surface rust came. Gotcha. On that frame rail. I opened the hood up before I bought it, and it instantly made my eye twitch because I'm real OCD with some of the wiring and just like routing and plumbing of things. I like flow, like body lines of a car. I like the engine bay to flow just as much as the exterior and even the underside of a car.
Oh yeah.
I'm real fortunate to have the shop here and the lift to be able to utilize it to let my OCD flow at maximum capacity and to really just kind of take advantage of this space and my time. So this is kind of where I go for my safe place and my quiet time, kind of practice my craft and just kind of grow. Continue to put notches in my belt as I, keep trying things that I've never tried before. Wiring, some of the mechanical stuff. I've been doing this with my dad since I was 8 or 9 years old on his Fox body, and once I got out on my own, was in the military for a short brief time, I got my hands on a 92 coupe and built it by myself out there in Hawaii, and that mechanical aptitude of holding the flashlight for your dad for so many years.
Oh yeah, it'll help
it really helped. So took that, combined it with experience and just repetition, and Fox bodies are just real easy for me. Anything with the Fox chassis, SN95s, etc. Just kind of wanted to dive in. I knew that I wanted to do the Holly setup. I wanted to do the Holly Pro Dash, but I wanted to leave the car looking as 90s as possible. The chrome pony wheels, I wanted the paint to be factory color, and I wanted the interior to be like it just came off the showroom floor. Yeah. Was extremely fortunate to find one in this type of shape and basically build off of that to the point where I can invest my time and money into things that a lot of people have to take a lot of their time saving and taking off work just to kind of get extra time in the garage to be able to do. So more of the drivetrain, the engine was the focus, the drivetrain and the wiring and the computer system.
All right.
So this is her as of now. Like I said, 347, forged internals, forged crank, rods, H-beam rods, DSS forged pistons, Edelbrock old school 6025 aluminum RPM performer heads. I'm not sure if some of you out there remember him, but in Atlanta, Georgia, I believe that was his location, Gene Evans had one of the largest Ford dealerships there was. And he was one of the only dealerships to partner up with like companies like Summit Racing.
Oh.
So Summit Racing would actually carry his specific parts and sell them with his name, Gene Evans XXX Edelbrock performer heads, because he would actually CNC port heads from his factory. Okay. So these heads were from him. They're stamped on the front from 1996.
Nice.
We took the intake valves out, bumped them up from a 194 to a 202. We left the exhaust 160, but we changed everything to Fairva stainless steel valves. Upgraded the springs to PAX 600 lift springs, 10-degree retainers, comp cams, Ultra Pro Magnum, XD roller rockers, trick flow push rods. Converted it from pedestal mount to 7/16 stud mount. We had Johnny Pilcher, shout out to Johnny Pilcher out there at Pilcher Automotive, did all the head work for me. We also went ahead and did your not so conventional EFI setup with the intake manifolds. My main reasoning for this was that the Fox body plenums that come on these, they kind of have your rev limits around 6,800, 7,000 RPM. This setup, although it be a 2-bolt main for now, this setup is capable of 7,500 plus RPM. So
wow.
if and when I want to put a dart block or some 4-bolt main style block in here, if I went to a solid roller camshaft, it would achieve 8,000 plus RPM easy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it's a rever. She loves to scream, and she really starts to pull where a lot of cars start to dive off. 6,800 RPM is really when she starts to squat and take off.
Wow.
So we did the Edelbrock EFI Victor Jr. Intake manifold, and we made it to a Wilson Racing manifold billet intake elbow with a 90mm AccuFab throttle body and an Anderson 4-inch power pipe. We of course don't have to run the MAF now that we have the Holly. Everything's done through the internal map sensor, and that's pretty much it from the outside. You know, you really dive into those small things, Cleveite bearings, you know, all those small little odds and ends. Edelbrock fuel rails, Holly 42-pound injectors. The fuel system we pieced together completely. We ran the lines, made the lines ourselves. They're vibrant nylon braided lines capable of E85, but we're currently on 93. Aeromotive regulator, 10 micron inline fuel filter, and a drop-in 340 liter per hour pump. Straight into a brand new fuel tank, all new grommets, everything's new with the whole fuel system. Pretty much any steel that I could replace, I replaced.
Wow, this has been gone through completely.
Yes, yeah. For those that are wondering a build like this, to be able to kind of dive in like I did, these notchbacks are increasing in value. I think anybody that follows the market probably was kind of shocked like I was. I think after 2016 when Barrett Jackson sold their Fox body for an obscene amount.
Oh yeah.
And naturally everybody inflated theirs. And then inflation hit with COVID. So people just, you know, coupes weren't really wanted when they were new because you couldn't fit many groceries in the back. So
Yeah.
like all things, many people, many cars that are made and aren't wanted usually become the ones that are wanted in the future. They're less, you know, common, and they just inflate naturally. So I paid a good penny for the car when I bought it, but it was worth it because, like I said, the interior was nice, the paint was nice, the trims were nice, and there was no rust. So I saved a lot more money purchasing the car in the shape that it was than most people actually have to spend to get it to this point.
Now that is something big. Now if you can buy the car in the shape that this one's in, I'm telling you, this thing is immaculate. But see, he has to do no body work whatsoever. I mean, the body is perfect. Just a little bit of service rust that he was telling you about. But other than that, I mean, he literally has to do no body work whatsoever. Only thing he has to touch is just the engine, transmission, rear end, just do the suspension work, stuff like that. All the goody stuff that everybody wants to do after they get the body in tip-top shape. Didn't have to worry about that. Body 100%. He just dove straight in, started doing straight up engine work and getting this thing immaculate. Yeah, we're finna take a look on the inside of this bad boy. Make sure I don't hit nothing. Woo. Now check out this doggone interior. This bad boy is immaculate, son. I mean, all the carpet, the dash, steering wheel, and there's that Holly dash that he was talking about. If that don't look sexy, my goodness. But look at that.
That dash insert was actually 3D printed too. So.
Oh, the dash, all this is 3D printed, y'all.
That whole thing's 3D.
The whole insert, all the way around there, 3D printed on top of everything else. But let me just step back a little bit so you can get a better look. Ooh. But check it out. All the interior, everything. And see, he bought this car in a condition that everybody would love to buy theirs at, so they don't have to do all of this up in here. So all he concentrated on was the stuff up under the hood and all the goodies that everybody wants to do. Door closes solid. And y'all, remember I've been telling y'all, this chrome pony wheels are growing on me. And I wasn't a super big fan of pony wheels like a couple of years ago. Now those things look crazy sexy. But check it out. We're gonna go up under the car in just a second to let you see a little bit more. But y'all, this camera's not doing this bad boy no justice. Look at there. Everything. Just immaculate. But let's get this thing up in the air so y'all can see all the goodies that he's got going on up under this thing. Cause this, I mean, it's crazy, y'all. I've seen it, but I've got to show it to y'all. Cause this, I mean, it's amazing. Y'all check this out. How clean this bad boy is up under here. Long tube headers, X-pipe, everything. Tubular cross member or tubular K member. Oh my goodness. He has went over this car completely, y'all. And it's just an amazing job. I mean, everything. You can eat off the bottom of this car, y'all. If you can turn this car over, you can make a table out of this thing and eat your groceries off of it. I mean, just look at it. I don't think it looked this good brand new. But it is put together very, very well. Rear end is nice and stout. Look at the exhaust. Just shining coming out the back. Now, you see why he calls it Mr. Clean, right? Now see, that just gives you a better perspective on why he chose that name. This undercarriage is strictly amazing. I'm telling y'all, he needs to get mirrors when he goes to car shows and set them up right there beside it where you can look up under the bottom.
don't think
Love
I
it.
mentioned it. We're running a Tremec 3550, spec stage 2 clutch and a billet aluminum flywheel.
Okay.
We had the custom made drive shaft, 1/4 inch steel subframe connector is a bit overkill, but if I plan to go a little bit bigger cubic inch, then
Oh,
you can
yeah.
handle it.
You got it.
410s in the back, 31 spline axles. Let's see, QA1 lower control arms, sway bars, front and rear. The exhaust are Borla Pro XS mufflers, 2.5 inch from BBK 1 3/4 inch long tubes. And then the tailpipes are pipes 3 inch stainless steel. I fabricated a lot of the exhausts to fit the way that I'd like and that I'd prefer my fitment. UPR K-member like you mentioned, and then we use the UPR 3/8 drop spacers just to kind of get that pinion angle a little bit better.
Wow.
Moroso 7.5 quart deep sump oil pan, and it has a milling high volume oil pump. Brand new motor mounts from LMR. Brand new Ford contoured fans from LMR, and SVE radiator. 200 amp alternator, all the goods. We just wanted it to be as reliable and functional as possible. Just wanted to bring it into this decade of reliability and performance on the fly and handling as well, but wanted it to look like it was from the 90s. Just kind of, you know, little modern twist.
Little modern twist on it, yes. Y'all, I know he has no problem riding to California and back. No problem whatsoever. The way he put this thing together, it is simply amazing.
No foot on the gas pedal. This is how awesome this Holley system is. No foot on the gas pedal.
You heard him, y'all. No foot on the gas pedal.
Oh yeah, that bad boy sounds good and healthy. We're gonna get back in this bad boy in just a second. We're gonna let him warm up a little bit, and we're gonna go for a little bit of a ride in Mr. Clean. Yo, I don't know if I'm ready for this, but we finna go check this bad boy out and see what she do. Yo, this thing is nasty. Nasty. Total NA. This is an NA beast, y'all. Seriously. Wow. This bad boy gets down. And he believes on the butt dyno is somewhere around 425 to 450, right up in there somewhere on the butt dyno. And I have a feeling he's not that far off, if he's off any. But this thing is nasty, y'all. Straight up nasty. Woo! Hey, y'all don't want to try him. I'm telling you that now. God, no. Yo, this thing is crazy, crazy fast. grips and rips. Yeah, your boy got a lot of work to do. Yeah, I'm not even gonna come close to touching this bad boy right here, for real. Yeah, and hopefully he has no plans going on and he comes to Foxtoberfest next year. Because he does plan on making that event. He built this car for that event, just to come out at a Foxtoberfest. And so, hey, I'm telling you, y'all, he's gonna have a good time.
Next year. First one, so.
First Foxtoberfest, y'all.
That'll be fun.
So y'all look for him up there, Mr. Clean. We'll get back with you in a few. Woo! Y'all, I have had fun today. That's all I gotta say. I've had fun today. Well, man, Jason, I appreciate you letting me check this bad boy out. God, dog, man, I had a blast today. Hey, when this comes out, y'all hit my man up, Mr. Clean, down there in the comments. Tell him how much you like this bad boy, and tell him how much would you give him for it. I mean, because he might try to sell it. Hey,
maybe, you know.
Ain't no telling, you know.
Something better for Foxtoberfest.
Yeah, my man loves to build cars, so hit him up. But seriously though, thank y'all for checking this bad boy out. So if you like that, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notifications bell to get that fresh stuff when it comes out, and we'll see you later.